Hey, student success. Welcome to week 5 of the semester. This goes through September 28th through October 4th. So we are quickly making our way through here since we only have 8 weeks. We're over that halfway point. So hopefully that is good news for you. And I know a couple of you commented how my last maybe 2 weeks videos or so the sound was a little low. It's because I've been using my desktop computer in my office and the mics are not great there. So I'm sitting in my office on my laptop. So hopefully the sound is better now that I have my laptop with me. So I apologize for that if you had to crank the volume the last couple weeks to hear me. All right, so we are in week 5, and week 5, scroll down here, only has 2 assignments, so that might have like a breath of relief there. And there's no discussion forum. So you can see week 5, this is going to be talking about financial management. And it's also going to transition into like career planning as well. And you'll see what I mean by that with the assignment this week. So week 5 is in chapter 11. So I'm going to just kind of point out some things with chapter 11. So if you go into the materials, there's your textbook link for chapter 11. Chapter 11 is about taking control of your finances. So again, how you approach this is totally up to you. So there's always kind of that self-assessment at the beginning. What are some things how would you rank yourself? But then you could also look at the table of contents over here, and do you have a particular area that maybe you need more attention to pay toward? Do you need to spend less money? Do you have a problem with credit cards, financing college, like those kind of things? So you can kind of use that as a guide, or you can scroll through just kind of looking at everything. Now, financial management, I usually find one of 2 things with my students. It's either A, I have a lot of young students, and so this is an area that they haven't had a lot of experience with yet because maybe you're still in high school, you're fresh out of high school, or you're still fairly young where you don't have a credit score and you don't have experience with financial management. Or on the other hand, I have students where, they're already in a field, whether it's their career field or not, or they're raising a family, or they've been on their own for a while, and you're comfortable with financial management. So that's why I say just kind of look and see what fits you based on your needs and your own experience, because we all have those different areas and things that we could focus on financially. So that's chapter 11. Again, I encourage you to kind of look through and see what could benefit you from reading that particular chapter. But in terms of assignments this week, as I mentioned, no discussion forum. So week 5 attendance is based on completing both of those assignments by Sunday, October 4th. So if you only complete one, you'll get half credit. Obviously, if you complete none, you'll get 0 attendance points. Completing both will get you that full attendance credit for week 5. So I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to get into my assignment folder. And I have 2 assignments, the basics of money management. So it looks like there's a lot going on here. And because we have an extra video, we have some instructions. If you like to read instructions, there's a PDF there that kind of walks you through how to get to this particular assignment, because this assignment is done in a different area. It's not done through Blackboard. Or there's a quick video. Let's see. You'll see it's only like under 4 minutes long that walks you through as well. But I'm also going to walk you through here a little bit more quickly than this 4-minute video. But for the basics of money management, you're going to go to this website right here, Ohio Means Jobs. Click on that. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to access this anonymously just because you don't necessarily have to create an account for this. I'm going to hit continue. Okay, I'm going to scroll down a little bit and you'll see toward the bottom, financial literacy. So I'm going to click on that and I'm going to go to the money management area. And here's our assignment, basics of money management. I'm going to click on that. Lots of clicking here. Okay, and then as I go through, here's like a little course introduction. And then you'll see on the left-hand side is how you navigate through it. So it'll open up to 4 different lessons, and you can see what each lesson covers by clicking on that. And really it's just like web pages, and they're rather short, different steps about each of those. And so you'll go through and you'll kind of take a look at those. Eventually there'll be a summary, so you can kind of wrap it up. Course summary there. And then the post-test. This is how you're going to get quote unquote graded for this assignment. So there's a post-test and you'll see it's a list of, check multiple choice or which of the following. Some of them you may have to click more than one. So you'll go through, make sure you answer all the questions, and there's a next button up here. So make sure that you click through all the way because there are 10 questions. So you don't want to forget to do that. When you are done, you'll hit score your test and you are going to get a certificate. Now, whatever your score is, I won't see your actual score. So you could get 100% or you can get like a 70%. I won't know that. What you're going to do is when you score your test, it's going to give you a certificate. And that's kind of what this video here walks you through at the end. You'll see how to get that certificate. When you get your certificate, you'll type your name in and make sure you put your first and last name, just since I have, there's about 75 of you in here, and it just makes it a little easier for me when I'm grading and going through and clicking on so many things. If you can put your first and last name, and that's how you get credit for this assignment. You'll get your PDF, you'll save it to your device, click in here, and all of this is in here again, just in case you needed it. Browse your computer and find your assignment and upload it. That's how I will see your completion. So again, I won't see the work you did inside Ohio Means Jobs, but I will see the certificate that you earned when you complete the assignment. So that's the first assignment, the basics of money management, and that's a 10-point assignment. All right, the next one is the Chapter 11 assignment, and this is dealing with a resume. Now, if you do not have a resume, that's fine. That's actually what this assignment is geared toward, is people who don't have a resume, but I will talk about if you have one here in just a minute. So although you do not necessarily need a resume quite yet, depending on where you are in your academic journey here, it's good to start one, to get it thinking about what's going to go on there, to start writing down experience. And so if you do not have a resume, you're going to answer these two questions. So a Microsoft Word doc, or just even once you click in here, you can even just click write submission. So you can write it in here. You're going to answer these two questions. Make a list of 5 experiences. Now pay attention to this. This is multiple parts. 5 experiences, 5 qualifications, and 3 references that you would put on your future resume. You don't have to put certain specific names, just like an old employer or a teacher. So make sure you're doing 5 experiences, 5 qualifications, and 3 references. You're including all of those. The second thing is, what kind of job, internship, or other experience could you potentially have now in your college years that will strengthen your resume? So this is kind of looking to see, what have you done? What could you do now and in the future that's going to build your resume? So again, it says answer this in 3 to 5 sentences. If you want to do like a couple sentences for number 1, like a sentence or 2 for number 2. And that's what you're doing for that Chapter 11 assignment if you do not have a resume. Again, there's a little thing. If you are not creating a resume, you don't have to create a brand new resume from scratch here. Now, if you already have a resume, you can upload that. So I know some of you might already have a resume ready to go. You can just upload that as long as it includes your experiences, your qualifications, and references. And then you can also maybe even talk about, I know I'm lacking in maybe experience, so I think I'm going to try to get an internship while I'm in college. So you can kind of touch on number 2 if your resume is maybe a little bit light right now, which for a lot of you it will be, and that's fine because you're still early in your academic and your job career path. So if you have a resume, you can upload that and maybe just talk about what you need to do to kind of buff it up or how you can strengthen your resume. So you're doing one of 2 things. If you have no resume, answer those 2 questions. If you have a resume, you can just upload your resume and maybe just talk to me in a couple sentences about what still needs to go on your resume to make it a little stronger. Again, both of those assignments are due by Sunday, October 4th. For week 5 full attendance. Okay, so both of those by Sunday, October 4th for week 5 full attendance. Please let me know if you have any questions. I know a couple of you have been asking, and toward the end of week 6 and then going into week 7 and week 8, I do reopen earlier weeks of the semester, because I know especially in week 1 and even into week 2, many students are still figuring out Blackboard, they're still getting their schedule, figured out. And so I do reopen those a little bit earlier just to let people kind of make up any work or get some of those points back. So be on the lookout for those announcements. Toward the end of week 6, I will start doing that because we now only have a few weeks left in this course. All right, hope everyone has a great week. Bye.